So we were discussing the deterioration of the stones. Deterioration of the stone is nothing but the property of the stones will start losing. Okay. So what are the agents? Rain, heat, chemicals. These will affect or these will make a harmful effect on the stones or stone work. First is rain. So rainwater acts both physically and chemically on stone. Okay, the physical action is due to the erosionation and transportation power. And this later means chemical. Chemical is nothing but decomposition, oxidation and hydration of the minerals present in the stones. Means what? If there is a stone, lot of minerals will be present, and rainwater when it comes on this one, it will decompose these minerals, it will oxidize these minerals, it will hydrate these minerals, and once this is happening, the stones will get deteriorated. Physical means continuous water is coming on this top, so this surface will get eroded. Okay, so this is the effect of rain. Physical action, in this rain physical action, alternate wetting by rain and drying by sun causes the internal stress in the stones, and next consequently disintegration will take place. Means what? Or when rain is coming on this one, it is going to wet this surface, afterwards sun is coming, and what is happening? Continuously heating wetting, the stresses will come, the stresses will develop and stone will get into deteriorated. Okay, and what is happening in chemical action? In the chemical action, in industrial areas, the acidic rainwater, this is very important, the acidic rainwater reacts with the stones, reacts with the constituent of the stones, leading to the deterioration. Okay, decomposition, what is happening here? The disintegration of alkaline silicate. Don't worry about all these things. Decomposition means what? The chemicals which are present or the minerals which are present here, no, it will decompose. That's all. You can say easily decomposable. So what are those compounds? The disintegration of alkaline silicate of alumina in stones is mainly because of action of chemically active water. It is called as chemically active water. What is happening next? The hydrated silicate, carbonate forms of the alkaline materials are very soluble in water. Means what? If there is some silica is there, so what is happening? Rainwater comes, it will become hydrated silicate. If calcium carbonate is there, so it will become calcium carbonate. When it is coming in contact with rainwater, these two or these compounds will easily soluble. Soluble means what? It will get dissolved in the rainwater and it will be washed away. That's it. Okay, you can easily see here, so how the stones have been getting corroded, stones have been getting decomposed. Okay, here you can easily see this portion, here you can see stonework has been affected, harmful affected. Here also you can see the lichens or something has happened, it is getting affected. Okay, here also you can see trees or vegetation have been grown on the stonework, so the stonework is getting affected. Okay, so you can easily see here. Here also the stonework is decomposed due to heavy rain. Okay, so what are these? Frost, a cold temperature, a cold thing, cold places, frost will get into the stone's pores and it will freeze, and after freezing it will expand. Water molecules, due to cooling, it will become ice crystals and ice volume is more. So create what? Cracks. Frost means cold temperature, cold water freezes inside the stone and it will expand and the cracks will come. Wind, since the wind carries dust particles, the abrasion is caused. The abrasion caused by these deteriorate the stones. Abrasion means rubbing action. And next, temperature. Temperature means what? During daytime temperature is different. Okay, during daytime temperature, during night time temperature is different. So these two will cause what? expansion and contraction continuously due to frequent temperature changes. Causes the stone deteriorate. Okay, so what is major, especially if that rock is made up of several minerals with different coefficient of linear expansion. Different coefficient of linear expansion means what? So multiple minerals are there. For a given temperature, expansion of different material will be different. So all the stones or all the materials will not expand same. So that is why the name is given. So different coefficient of linear expansion. For 1 degree Celsius temperature rise, how much will be the expansion? So for all stones it will not be same. So that is why we are telling it as different coefficient of linear expansion. Due to temperature change, stone will expand and contract and it will get fail. Okay, what is this vegetable growth? Roots of the trees, weeds that grow in the masonry joint keep the stones damp and also secrete organic and acidic matter which cause the stones to deteriorate. If any stonework on that trees or vegetative growth is there, so obviously they are going to get make the stonework very, very bad. Okay, they will affect in a harmful manner. Okay, what are these chemical agents? Smokes, fumes, acids, acidic fumes present in the atmosphere deteriorate the stone. For example, the Taj Mahal itself, the nearby industries are leaving the smoke fumes, so that monument is getting affected. Okay, stones containing calcium carbonate, MgCO3 are affected badly due to chemical agents. Lichens is also one type of vegetative shrub. They will go deep into the stonework. And making the parallel vertical holes. They are making what? Parallel vertical holes. And later on, again rainwater comes, it will get washed away. How to make precautions? Preservation of the stonework. In this slide we are going to learn preservation. So preservation can be done in two ways. What are that? During the construction itself and after the construction. During the construction as well as after the construction. During the construction, how we can preserve? First, type and size of the stones selected should be good. So that is the first important. Type, size of the stones selected should be good. Only compact, durable stones should be selected for the construction. Only compact and durable stones. The next point is the stonework should be such that the joints should be minimum. What will happen if this is a one layer? If number of joints are more, so the stonework will be easily affected. So your construction should be such that the number of joints should be minimum. The stones should be well seasoned and washed. We have understood this concept. What do you mean by seasoning? Okay, so keeping the stones outside for a longer time, that's called as seasoning. So before construction, the stones should be well washed. Okay, so these are the 4 points. These have to be adopted during the construction. So what can be the other things which can be adopted after the construction? Can anyone guess? Okay. Okay, so some more points are there. So the construction should be required specification, means what? Correct quality of cement, sand, aggregate, everything should be used very correctly. Okay, the stones should be placed on their natural beds, and joints completely filled with mortar. Means what? If a stone is there, in the laying process, this is its natural bed. We call it as natural bed. So this stone has to be laid in its natural bed only. What will happen if it is laid like this in a vertical position? The total masonry will be weak and maybe chances of falling. And joints should be completely filled with mortar. Means what? These are the joints, no? So continuously filled with mortar. Okay, so external rendering like pointing is done for exposed stones and high quality plaster. Means what? If there is a compound wall outside, these are the bricks or the stonework you have used. Okay, So here the pointing means application of cement mortar on these joints only. Application of the cement mortar in these joints only. Wherever joints are there, so only those joints are filled with the mortar. These are called as pointing. If full surface is applied with cement mortar, full layer is applied with cement mortar, it is called as plaster. It is called as plaster. Okay, so these two has to be done. What are these? Preservation after the completion. Preservation after the completion. So in this coating of the stone is done. In this coating of the stone is done like preservatives. We call them as a preservative. So linseed oil, solution of alum and soap, solution of the alum and soap, solution of the barium hydroxide, paraffin, paint, coal tar. So very important from your exam point of view. Explain preservation of the stonework before and after completion. So linseed oil, solution of alum and soap, barium hydroxide, paraffin, paint, coal tar. So these are the 6 points you can use in the preservation. Okay, so for this stones have completed. In the next class we will see bricks, construction of bricks, or what is that, manufacture of the bricks. We'll see in the next class.